Imagine spending years building a career, only to realize a machine can do your job faster, cheaper, and 24 hours a day. That sounds dystopian, but it's already starting to happen. Over the next decade, AI could completely reshape what it means to have a safe job. For years, people treated AI like some distant sci fi concept, something futuristic that might matter eventually. But now we're watching companies actively replace human labor with software in real time. Customer support agents are being replaced with chatbots. Writers are being replaced with AI generated content. Basic coding tasks are being automated. Retail stores are moving towards self checkout and automation. Warehouses are increasingly run by AI systems and robotics. And this is only the beginning, guys. Goldman Sachs estimated that roughly 300 million full-time jobs could be exposed to automation worldwide, and in the United States and Europe alone, AI could automate around a quarter of current work tasks. Now, to be clear, this does not mean 300 million people instantly become unemployed overnight. That's not how technological disruption works. Instead, AI slowly reduces the number of workers companies need. One employee becomes capable of doing the work that previously required 5 or 10 people. Companies become more efficient, more automated, and more profitable, all while needing fewer humans to do the work. And when that happens across entire industries at the same time, that effect becomes massive. People often compare AI to past technological revolutions. They say, people thought computers would destroy jobs too. People were scared of the Industrial Revolution, or that technology always creates new jobs and new opportunities. And to some extent, that's true. But AI is different this time, and for one major reason. Previous automation mainly targeted physical labor. AI targets mental labor and physical labor. That changes everything. For the first time in modern history, millions of middle class, office jobs are becoming vulnerable. Jobs that people once considered safe are now directly in the path of automation. Data entry, accounting, customer service, administrative work, basic legal research, scheduling, translation, even some forms of graphic design and video editing are being replaced. These are jobs millions of ordinary people rely on to survive. And unlike physical jobs, software scales infinitely. Companies don't need to hire 10 more AI systems when business grows. They just need to keep running the same system. That means fewer workers, and even if AI doesn't completely replace someone, companies may still reduce staff because each remaining employee becomes dramatically more productive with AI tools. This creates another problem nobody talks about enough: competition. Let's say your industry gets partially automated. Maybe companies only need half as many workers as before. What happens next? Suddenly, thousands of experienced workers are competing for shrinking number of jobs. That gives companies enormous leverage. Wages stagnate, benefits decline, workers become more replaceable, and job stability starts disappearing. This is probably how AI affects most people. Not unemployment, but increasing instability. Your hours get cut, raises disappear, hiring slows down, entry-level jobs vanish, and suddenly every position has hundreds or thousands of applicants. We're already seeing early signs of this in some industries, especially tech. A few years ago, companies were hiring aggressively. Now many of those same companies are laying people off while simultaneously investing billions into AI development. This creates a dangerous cycle. The more companies automate, the more competition increases. The more competition increases, the lower worker leverage becomes. And the lower worker leverage becomes, the easier automation becomes. Whenever people bring up AI replacing jobs, there's always one response: just retrain. Learn to code, go into the trades, become an AI engineer. And while that sounds reasonable on paper, it ignores reality. Not everyone can become a software engineer. Not everyone can suddenly transition into skilled trades. Not everyone has the money, time, physical ability, or opportunity to completely reinvent their career. And even if millions of people can do that, and they all try to pivot at the same time to the same safe fields, or the fields they at least say are safe, what happens? Competition explodes. And when that happens, the value of those jobs drops. And eventually AI starts moving into those industries too. That's the thing many people still don't understand. AI is not a single event, it's a continuous process. Every year, the systems improve. Every year, they become cheaper. Every year, they become more capable. So even careers that appear safe today may not remain safe forever. Now, obviously, some jobs are far harder to automate than others. Electricians, plumbers, healthcare workers, skilled technicians, these jobs involve unpredictable physical environments that AI and robotics still struggle with. But even then, technology will continue reducing labor demand over time. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not even within 10 years, but eventually, yes, it will. And that leads to the biggest question of all. If traditional job stability is slowly disappearing, what are people supposed to do? For decades, the traditional life path was simple: school, job, house, retire. That model worked because stable long-term employment was more common. But today, the economy is different. It's very different. Housing is expensive, college debt is crushing people, wages have lagged behind inflation, layoffs happen constantly, and now AI is accelerating uncertainty even further. The problem is not just technological, it's structural. The modern economy increasingly rewards ownership, leverage, scalability, audience, automation, not labor. A person working a normal job exchanges time for money, but AI drastically lowers the value of many repetitive forms of labor, which means depending entirely on one paycheck may become increasingly risky over time. And honestly, I think that's the real lesson here. Not that all jobs are doomed. Not that society is collapsing tomorrow, but that stability itself is changing. This is why so many people are now trying to build side income. YouTube channels, online businesses, freelancing, investments, digital products, personal brands, content creation of all kinds, because people no longer fully trust the traditional system to protect them. Certainly not long term. And can you blame them? If one company can eliminate your position overnight using software, then relying entirely on that employer becomes a dangerous position to hold. That doesn't mean everyone needs to quit their job tomorrow and become an entrepreneur, but it probably does mean people need more leverage than previous generations did. They need more adaptability, more independence, more ownership, because the people who benefit most from AI will likely be the companies building it, the individuals leveraging it, and the people who own scalable assets, not necessarily the average worker. The truth is, nobody knows exactly how far AI will go. Maybe it creates millions of new jobs, maybe society adapts smoothly, maybe the fears are exaggerated. But one thing is becoming increasingly clear. The old idea of a safe, stable career is starting to crack. And whether people want to admit it or not, the world is changing fast, and it's changing faster every year. The workers who survive this shift will probably not be the ones who simply work hardest. They'll be the ones who adapt fastest, the ones who learn continuously, the ones who build leverage, and the ones who create income streams outside of a single paycheck. Because in an economy increasingly driven by automation and AI, depending entirely on one job may become one of the riskiest decisions a person can make. And the scariest part is, most people still haven't realized that yet.